Ahoy mates! Welcome on board Royal Caribbean's Ovation of the Seas. We are here for a special 3-night trade to sailing event to welcome this ship into Los Angeles. That's right, we've had Navigator of the Seas here for a few years. Now Ovation of the Seas and the Quantum class making its debut here in LA. So we encourage you to check out our full playlist. We're going to have a lot of room tours, full and complete ship tour, and some daily videos coming your way. Now those room tours that I mentioned at the beginning, that's what we're starting with. That's what today's video is going to be about. We're going to take you around and show you a ton of different stateroom categories. Now if you don't see the one you're looking for, don't get mad at us. It's just what they have available for us to see during this special trade show sailing. They have opened up these rooms and we're going to show them to you the best we can. Now the best way I've learned to do that from past events is to go over our stateroom in detail and show you all the plugs and all the light switches and all that. And then when we get into the other staterooms, I can just say like, this is an interior, here it is. This is an Oceanview, here it is. And then when we get to the suites, it's a lot more detailed. We'll get to that later on. So for now, let's go ahead and get it started. We are in an Oceanview balcony room. So I'll show you that in detail and then we'll hop over to those other staterooms. So let's go ahead and get it started. Our stateroom tours on board Ovation of the Seas begin right now. So down the hallway on deck 11, starboard side towards the aft, as you can see by the little diagram there, we find room 11674. Let's head inside. So here's a quick look at the overview of the room as we enter, and now we will go over everything in detail. Turning around and looking at our entryway as we come in, standard features here, we're going to have our safety information, peephole with cover, our door handle with deadbolt lock there. And now in this room, there is a connecting door in case you want to connect to people you are traveling with who are in the room next door. Not every room's going to have that. This one does. Right next to that, we also have a full-length mirror. And then on the other side, we will find the master control switch for the lights, the little key card slot, put that in there to activate the lights and the AC. And then we have our thermostat here up above, which is a digital one. A lot of cruise ships just kind of have the turn knob. This is a digital one where you can set it to a specific temperature within the allotted range. Now, just to the right of that, we will see the light switch there, which is for the bathroom light. This is the bathroom door. Let's head in. All right, taking a look inside our bathroom here. First, we have the nice rounded glass shower, which is always preferred in my estimate over a curtain or the little slidey bubble doors. So inside the shower, we do have a hanging hook here, as well as another one right outside the door. We have the vent fan up top, the adjustable and removable shower head / wand, controls down below, your mounted Salt and Breeze double duty hair and body wash handrail, little tray there, and a footrest down below. Next to that, we will have our toilet, and then we'll get over to our sink vanity area. We'll have trash and extra supplies down below, another trash can there. Our one sink built into the countertop there, a few shelves on the side with our glasses, plug for electric shaver. We do have the light running across the top there with the mirror, of course, our towel racks over on the side, as well as down below, and 2 more hanging hooks on the inside of the door. Back outside the bathroom here, we do have this, which I think is technically a door stop for the closet, but it kind of works as like a hanging peg too if you'd like to use it. Speaking of the closet, here it is, at least the first closet. We're going to see another section in just a minute. So we have the hanging rod there and one down below as well, and then it's just kind of open down to the bottom. Next to that, we will find our sofa in this room. This is not a sleeper sofa or anything like that. It's just a sitting sofa, but the cushions are removable. You can switch them over to the other side if you want. We have our artwork and our light up above that, and then we find the aforementioned second portion of the closet, I should say. This one a little bit different. We have the longer hanging area to the right, and then we have some smaller cubbies and shelves on the left, including our in-room safe, which is not very big. So just for small items in there, a couple other cubbies below that, and you do have some hanging hooks here on the inside of the door. Now down below the actual closet space, we will find a couple of drawers here, which are smooth slide and soft close. Back on the other side, opposite of our sofa, we will find our mirror, which is illuminated. The light switch down below there, as well as the lights for the above the curtain that we're going to see here in just a second. So that's what those 2 light switches are there. You have a European plug, 2 USB plugs, 2 American plugs there above the desk with the chair. And then we have this little area where the table is built in to the countertop there, the switch for, the table. The lamp is built into the countertop there, goodness, and that is the switch for that. Down at the base, we see we have a tea kettle here with a couple of mugs and all the accoutrements back there. Underneath that, drawer with the hairdryer, and then the cabinet to the little fridge. It, you know, it doesn't do an amazing job, but it's there. This drawer is going to have your room service menus and your tissues, and then these drawers are all three the same size for storing clothes or whatever else you need to. Right next to this table, apparently, is the TV mounted on the wall there, recessed into this little space. You can store some things down in there, maybe like a book or a magazine or something. And it seems like this TV is firm mounted to the wall, but if you give it a hard enough tug, it will actually swing out like that. It doesn't tilt, doesn't really pivot, it just kind of swings out like that so that it will point over towards the couch in addition to facing the bed like it normally does. And speaking of the bed, here it is set up in the Royal King, but you can have them split into two twins, and then the nightstands on either side would join in the middle. So that's an option for the room. Up above the bed, we're going to have some additional storage space. These cabinets that swing open like that. What is that, European hinge, I think? Who knows? We have some wall-mounted lights on either side. The switches are at the base of those. On this side at the nightstand, you will have the in-room phone. So that's tucked away right there, whereas this side does not have the phone, but it does have a standard American plug and another light switch for the ceiling lights of the room. And the bed is empty underneath, so you can store luggage or other things beneath the bed. And here is that aforementioned curtain and the aforementioned lights. Above the curtain in this room, this leads out to our balcony, and we have an ocean view balcony. Let's go take a look at it. So it's actually a pretty nice setup because you kind of have the floor to ceiling windows on either side of the door, and you do have a child safety lock way up high here, so important to note that. You're going to swing that down there and then slide it across just like that. Out here on our balcony, a small table, two chairs that do recline, and then two ottomans as well. So not a huge balcony, but it'll get the job done. And we can take a look here at the port here in Los Angeles, basically. And if you are traveling with the people next door, we mentioned the connecting door on the inside. These balcony dividers typically can be opened as well, so just talk to your stateroom attendant about that, and they can usually put those open for you. All right, so that is our room. Again, like I said, kind of going over everything in detail. As we jump into these other rooms, I'm just going to say, like, here's our standard setup. That'll probably be the line you'll hear me say a million times. That means you've seen this. You've seen the closet. You've seen the bathroom. They're all the same for the most part until we get to those suites. That's where the things will really start getting different. Before the suites, it'll usually just be the view. Like if it's an interior and doesn't have one, or if it's an ocean view, it just has a window, all that kind of stuff. All right. Let's move on. All right, getting started with room 7230. This is a studio interior. So when we say studio, we mean for one person. So with the studio or solo traveler room, we're not going to have a supplement for double occupancy. It's just going to be the one person. And this one has the virtual balcony. So that's a monitor that's mounted to the wall there with a live stream camera playing from outside the ship. So it looks like you have a balcony, even though you do not. And then you're going to have your standard bathroom, closet, and desk vanity set up. Room 7248 is up next. This is a studio ocean view balcony. So again, studio for one person. No supplement for a solo traveler in this room. Gonna be very similar to the one we just saw, but instead of the virtual balcony, this is gonna have an actual ocean view balcony you can step out on. And this particular room has an extended balcony, so it juts out quite a bit further than some of the other ones. You get a lot more room to walk around here, and you're kind of at an angle, so you get better views off of it.
Let me tell you right now. Okay.
Now we have room 8242. This is a junior suite, and not just a junior suite, it is accessible. So we're going to check two boxes here. So you'll see many of the features of an accessible room here, like all the emergency buttons and the roll-in bathroom. This one does have a tub, and the roll-in shower with the bench, with the phone and the emergency cord next to the toilet, and actually a double sink vanity. And we also have our desk vanity here and the coffee maker, which is important to note because that is a feature of a suite. And a feature of the accessible room is the lowering rod inside the closet. To make it lower, we have the plugs on either side of the bed here. We're going to have the TV mounted on the wall over there across from the couch area. And then we can go out to our balcony. And we do have the rollout ramp for the balcony here. Then our two lounge chairs and tables, and our nice view of the ocean. Okay, next up we have our first entrance into the sky level suites. We have ended C with junior suite, that's the only one. So now we go to sky level with room 10242. This is a 1-bedroom grand suite. Alright, so we head in here. First thing is we're gonna have a bathroom. Sorry. So right here we're gonna have the entrance to the bathroom, toilet, sink, and then another sink across with our shower tub combo and a door to exit over there. Now as we come back out, we'll have a closet. Right when we come in, a little wet bar area with some storage, our couch with chair and coffee table, little coffee pot and desk area over here, TV mounted across with the fridge down below and some storage. And we continue on through, we'll find our bedroom area with a desk and vanity around the corner, another TV mounted on the wall, closet storage, our bed space, and then we can head out to our balcony. So you have a dining table here with 2 chairs, and then we have the 2 lounge chairs with the smaller table on the side, and of course our view. Continuing on with Sky Class, we have room 8234, which is another 1-bedroom grand suite, but this variety has the large balcony. So again, right when we come in, we have a door to the bathroom here. Pretty similar setup as the last one we saw. Across from the bathroom we have our closet, and then our little kind of like desk web bar area with some storage. And see that continued across here with the coffee maker, and then our TV mounted. So again, very, very similar setup to the one we just saw, with the exception being this one has the large balcony. So we have the table and chairs, and then the loungers over here as well. But this is the large balcony because we have this extended section that wraps around on the corner here with a porthole window looking back inside, and then you have the 2 chase lounges with the small table, and so you're kind of at this angle here. You see, you can look forward part of the ship and over the lifeboats and such, and out to sea, and then back towards the back of the ship on the other section, like so. And a quick look at the bedroom area, again very similar to the last room we saw. Continuing on, room 10234, this continues our Sky Class level rooms as well as our grand suites, but this is the 2-bedroom variety. So immediately upon entry, we're going to find 2 doors here. One is like a closet space with the robes and slippers, and the other is going to be a bathroom space. It's kind of like a standard bathroom like you saw back in our stateroom. It's pretty much a carbon copy of that. Now just across from that, we'll find our first bedroom space. You see they have the beds split there, and you do have the 2 Pullman beds as well that can come down from the ceiling. The stateroom attendant will set those up for you, so it's like a bunk bed. And this cool little privacy window here as well. Gonna have some closet and storage space and the TV on the back side. Now we continue into the main part of the room, our sitting area with our chairs, table phone, sectional couch. We got the big porthole window there, floor to ceiling window over there, our main TV mounted storage down below. Then we can step out to the balcony space where we have the rounded forward top as well as the 2 lounge chairs on the side. And then just like we saw with the large balcony 1-bedroom grand suite, we have this little extended section over here. It's pretty much a mirror image of what we saw before. And now continuing into our main bedroom space, we have the closets on either side, royal king bed in the middle, TV mounted across with storage over there. And then we have a very nice large desk and vanity area, full-length mirror, and then the master bedroom, or excuse me, bathroom. A little step up here, we have a toilet, a tub shower combo, and then the single sink vanity. Alright, we are done with the grand suites, but not with the sky suites. This is our penultimate version of that. Room 11234 is the owner's suite, 1-bedroom. Alright, so right when we come in, we have a small bathroom with a sink and a toilet here. And across from that, we have our dining table, wet bar and storage area, and then our seating and living room area with chair and sectional couch, TV mounted across, and then all of our storage in the closets and drawers. Across from that, similar to the last room, we have the porthole window, floor to ceiling window, and then door out to the balcony. And once again, we're going to see 2 chase lounges here, 2 lounge chairs over here, and then we're going to have the additional section tucked up in the back. This room they set up a little bit differently. They put the dining area over here in this little section, but we're exactly in the same area of the ship that we had been for those other rooms where we saw the balcony layout like this. So very, very similar views and setup. And as we head back inside, we'll turn into the master bedroom area. Floor-to-ceiling windows out to the balcony, closet and storage on either side of the bed, and then we'll have our mounted TV with lots of drawer storage there, and our desk vanity over in the corner. So then off the master bedroom area, we have the master bathroom with our dual sink vanity, toilet, phone, nice jacuzzi tub there with the jets, and then the nice glassed-in tiled shower. All right, we have our glass door here that says Loft Suites, because that is what we're going to see next. And this is room 10322. It is our final Sky Class suite. It is a Sky Loft Suite. So we're actually going to have an upstairs section, but right when we come in, we're actually going to have a small bathroom area with a full tiled shower with glass door, our single sink vanity, and toilet. Then we'll proceed into our living room area. We have our wet bar and TV mounted up above that. Lots of storage down below. We have our seated couch tables all around there. Our dining table for top over here. And even a nice lounging chair set up next to that. Look at the massive double-story floor-to-ceiling windows as you head out to the balcony. And out on the balcony we have our 2 lounge chairs with ottomans, our 2 top table, some more chairs over on that side, and we are on the very back of the ship, so you can see the namesake, Ovation of the Seas, and that is the wake view. That is going to be your view from this class of suite. Now let's head upstairs and take a look at the second level. So as we land, we'll find the master bedroom area with our bed, nightstands, lamps, phones. We're going to have the TV mounted over on the side, and then you're going to have the glass with the railing. As you look over, you can look down into the living room area or out to the same view as your balcony, and you do have curtains that you can pull across here as well. Then we have a small desk area here, full-length mirror. We're going to have a large walk-in closet area, plenty of storage and our robes there, and then basically our master bath, single sink vanity, toilet, and then a very nice tiled shower with dual heads. Now we transition to our star class level suites, our highest level suites, and again going through the glass door to block off the loft suite area. We get ready to head into room 10724. This is a grand loft suite, and again this begins our star class. So again, right when we come in, sink, toilet, tiled shower. We're going to have a similar living area that we saw before. This one's just kind of reversed. The dining there, TV mounted, couch sitting area, and then same setup on the balcony with the 2 lounge chairs, tabletop there, and 2 chairs and ottomans over here. And again, we're back out on the very back of the ship, the very aft section. See the name and the wake view. And again, 2 stories, so floor to ceiling all the way up there. And now we will head upstairs and take a look at the second level. So pretty much same setup as before with the bed and the TV there, the view looking out the back. And as we wrap around, our desk area, our closet storage, not the walk-in this time, just kind of the storage area there. And then our bathroom space, sink, toilet, tiled floors all throughout, tiled shower with dual heads. And our final 2 rooms, both star class of course, are going to be here on deck 8 all the way in the aft section of the ship. They are both loft rooms. Starting room with room 8720. This is an owner's loft suite. So we come in, look at that pedestal sink there, very fancy, with the toilet as well. We come around the corner, we'll find our large living room area, TV there, wet bar, all the storage, our couch, our relaxing chair, and our dining table. And again, floor to ceiling all the way up. Step out on the balcony. We have our 2 lounge chairs with ottomans, our 4 top dining table, and again looking back out to the back of the ship. As we spin back around and exit the living room area, see the nice decor here under the stairwell, and we can actually turn here and find another small bath area with a sink and the tiled shower there, and a nice little porthole window. And this also looks out over a secondary balcony area Just has this 2 small chairs and a small table, but it's nice. You get to look out here over the side of the ship, so you get the back from the main balcony and the side from this one. And now we will turn and head up the stairs to the 2nd level. Right at the top of the stairwell, we'll find another balcony, a couple of chairs out here, and a little swinging chair as well, hammock style. Then we can turn and head into our main bedroom area here.
Yeah, there you go. They'll be happy to. I'm sure you guys are doing a good job.
You see our main bed space, just like we've seen in the other suites. TV mounted across, the curtains you can pull across, and the view looking out the floor-to-ceiling windows out the back and at the wake view. Now off the bedroom set up here and just around the bend from coming up the stairs, mirror, desk area, and another walk-in closet set up with all the storage, the safe, the robes, the slippers, and the hanging space. And just before that, another bathroom space. Dual sink vanity there, the dual shower heads with a privacy glass window to let in some natural light. And then if we turn all the way around, the toilet and the floor. And then our last stateroom, it is the highest category on the ship. It is the Royal Loft Suite. Of course, Star Class 8320 is our room number for our Royal Loft Suite. So as we come in, we can head straight across right here to our first bathroom area. Sink, toilet behind the door there, and a walk-in shower area with 2 shower heads. And as you can see, the nice porthole window there for a nice view out to the balcony, but of course a privacy curtain if you need that. We come back out here, we'll find our staircase with our decor, little fancy chairs there down below that. We turn around and we'll find our nice media room, but this also serves as a sleeping space. I believe this can convert into a bed if I'm not mistaken. We have our closet over there on the side, massive TV mounted on the wall there, phone, storage, and then we have this balcony that we saw from the shower just a minute ago. Come out here, look out the side of the ship, and we have 4 chairs as well. And now we enter our main living space. We have our ginormous 8-top dining table, exceedingly long wet bar and storage area there. Beautiful artwork, beautiful chandelier, floor-to-ceiling windows throughout the space. You can see the balcony hanging out from the bed space up above. Then we have our ginormous sectional couch here, table in the middle, our lounging chair, and of course our TV. And as we step out to our balcony here, you do have a private wet bar here where your Royal Genie can help serve up some drinks and food out on your balcony. Dining table there, lounge chairs with ottomans, and again, of course, back of the ship, wake views, and the floor-to-ceiling windows for both decks. And now we will head upstairs and get a look at the higher level. So right when we land, we have our main bed space up here, a nice little sitting area as well. And just like the other suites, do have the curtains that will draw all the way across there. So you have our nightstands and phone on the side, and your TV will actually flip down from the ceiling there. Right off of the bed space, we can wrap around the corner here, and we'll find the bathroom area with our sinks that are split into 2 areas, and our very large soaking tub. Over here, we have our bidet and toilet. And then just right off of this, we have the massive walk-in shower, completely tiled shower head there, and then the rainfall shower head up above. We have a privacy curtain here because this does head out to a balcony space with the swinging hammock style chair, but also your own private jacuzzi out on your balcony with built-in speaker, by the way, taking in those beautiful sea views. And as we come out the other side of the bathroom area, we will find our storage area with our full-length mirror, all of our drawers and cubby space, closets with the hanging space, and then we even have like a little desk vanity here area here with the little pop-up drawer and mirror, and it's open air so you can actually see out to the rest of the suite and back out to the ocean. Well, there you have it, friends. That is our tour of the different stateroom categories on board Royal Caribbean's Ovation of the Seas. We hope you enjoyed it and found it informational and helpful. And if you're interested in coming on board Ovation of the Seas or any other Royal Caribbean ship, we can help make that happen. As travel agents, our services are completely free to you. You'll never pay a single cent more to book with us than you would direct on your own. And even if you've recently booked within the past 30 days and you're not paid in full, you can transfer your booking to our agency. That's also free of charge, and we'll be able to assist you the rest of the way. So either way, we hope we will hear from you soon. Once again, I want to thank you for joining me for today's video. Signing off. We'll see you next time. Happy travels!